What's up, guys? It's Turbo Terry here. Today we're going to be talking about a 2017 50th anniversary Camaro. My parents own this, well, my dad, and this car is freaking clean. I tell you what, I love the slick look of it. I know a lot of people don't like the look of Camaros, but I think this car looks amazing. So this is like the Hot Wheels thing. Don't mind my dog, sorry. This is the Hot Wheels, is what they like to call it. I honestly don't really know. So with this, the 50th anniversary here, there was a total of about 6,000 of these made in the entire world. 800, I believe, were in the United States. And what do you know? We got freaking one of them here in North Dakota. This car is super slick. Everything about this car. The interior, yeah, it's a little dirty. We live on dirt roads. People are probably going to be flaming my dad. But interior-wise, this car is amazing. I don't know. I'll head over to the driver's side so I can show you guys some more. But interior-wise, clean. Everything about this car is super cool. And to be honest with you, this car is fast as hell. I think I haven't done too much research. That's on me. Probably should have. Dad said this thing pushes around like 450 horsepower, I think. I'd have to do some more research on all that. I can't give you guys exact on that, I guess. So we'll just do an auxiliary start here, if it lets me. There we go. All right, so typical Chevrolet stuff, you know, whatever you wanna. There we go. Man, it wouldn't let me do it. Okay, so we'll go here, over to settings. Oh, I will start it, I guess. And I will definitely go outside, and you guys will get a start of this vehicle because it's insane. So my favorite thing about this is the light strip thing. So you go to the light strip color. So they're all over on the side there, cup holder up here, you know, the door, stuff like that. So my favorite thing right now is like, I'll show you guys, I guess, what color I'm gonna pick. So we'll go like a purple bluish. You get to watch it change, and oh my god. I'm gonna pick like an orange here. See how clean that is? That's like my freaking favorite thing about this car. Oh my lord, that's so nice. This one here only has about 13,000 miles on it. Dad babies this thing. This thing is such a fun car to drive, you know. You got all your different modes, you know. You got Tour, Sport, Track, Snow, Ice. I don't think anyone's ever used Snow, Ice. I mean, obviously we drive it in North Dakota, but I mean, not really around in the wintertime. So I mean, that's it's just driving with that thing is so awesome. Like when you have this thing in track mode, dude, you should feel like the steering wheel gets so stiff, and it goes so nice around those corners. This car is so fun to drive. It's a freaking 6-speed too. I was honestly shocked because I mean, Dad's owned this vehicle for a while, probably like 2 years now. I moved out probably almost a year ago. I got to ride in this car a couple times, not too many times, I guess. I never really paid attention, to be honest with you. The 6-speed in this car is freaking insane. I was driving this, and I'm literally going like 9. I'm not going fast. I was on a closed course, per se. I was going 90, and I literally, like, that's when I had to shift into 6. Like, 6 gear, obviously when you're going 80 is usable, but like, its sole purpose is literally to go fast. Like, this car's freaking meant to fly. It's got rev match, automatic rev match. Most of the newer ones do. I've never really experienced that because I'm 19. I don't get to drive nice things like this. Like, obviously my 2004 Dodge Neon SRT4, like, that's super nice, but it doesn't have rev match, obviously. So doing that, like, driving with rev match is like a different experience. I'm not gonna say I like it, because like as soon as you push in the clutch, it starts rev matching because it's assuming you're gonna go to the next gear down. So like me driving my little Versa, my beater car, and then that Dodge Neon, Like, I'll push in the clutch and then, like, I'll wait. Like, I'll obviously still downshift, but, like, I don't, like, fucking, like, slam it in gear right away and get ready to, like, this thing, it'll literally, like, rev match for you. And then if you don't put it in gear right away, and, like, as soon as you put it in gear, it'll rev match again. And, like, I don't know, it's just, like, me driving, like, my older cars, I feel like I'm ruining it. Like, I feel like it's bad, but it's not. I had mom right here with me. So, like, that is something it would take someone a little bit of time to get used to if you're not used to automatic rev match. But I think that's super cool. Like, these little rev match handles there, that's super cool. See if it has lights down there. Okay, so this clutch is obviously gonna be like a freaking sports clutch, but like this thing will throw back at you like bad. So like you let go and it like freaking kicks at you. I'm definitely not used to that. Obviously, and driving a 2012 Nissan Versa, that things like driving a grain truck, you honestly don't even need the clutch. My SRT4 kind of kicks at you a little bit. Like, it just kind of like, once it catches and like you can feel it, and then it'll kind of like swoop back at you. This one though, like when you push in that clutch and you let it go, it catches like as soon as it's off the floor. Like, it's obviously meant to do that. I mean, it's a racing car, so like it catches like right away. That, like I said, that Versa, that thing don't catch until the clutch is almost all the way out. And then my SRT4, it catches pretty quick. But like, I've never had something where the car will catch like right away, really quick, and it just feels super nice. Shifting with this thing is so smooth, and it pulls super hard. Like, third gear pull is amazing. Only complaint I have, and it's not even about like performance wise for the car, it's my issue, is reverse and first gear are so hard with this clutch. Reverse, you ride the clutch because it's a race car, so like even in reverse it freaking wants to go, so you literally have to ride the clutch, because if you let go, like if you're trying to get out of our garage here, if you let go of it, dude, it'll freaking fly. Like, it'll send you back, so you have to kind of ride the clutch. First gear, like I said, it's so different from my SRT4 and my Versa that I did kill it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a professional at driving manuals. I've only ever driven my Neon and SRT4, and I was taught on a short throw Subaru, like a 2003 or 2002. I don't know. I can't remember what Gavin's is. So that was a performance issue on my end. The clutch is just way different than what I've ever had. Like, at least in like my Versa, when you kind of let the clutch go, it's so forgiving that like you can kind of feel where it grabs. Where this one, like you don't have to give it any gas. This one, you still have to obviously give it gas, like what you're supposed to do, because it's an actual car that's not literally like a grain truck like my Versa is. So like this one was a lot harder for me to feel. So anyone that knows how to drive a manual or has ever driven it, you know, like when you let go of the clutch, you haven't been given enough gas and you kind of jolt like that. I did that the first time. Yeah, sorry Dad, we're not gonna be telling him that. Dad's actually at work right now. He's got to work for 2 weeks, so I just asked Mom if I could drive the car. I came out to their house and I was like, yeah Mom, I haven't driven it yet, so can I drive it? She said yes, thank God. This car is super fun to drive. So we will not be telling Dad that I freaking was rodding on his vehicle. He don't care like if I drive it, obviously, but like that I mean, I did kill it once, but I almost, you know, killed it. I don't know, he probably wouldn't be the happiest. But that, like I said, this clutch is so freaking hard to get used to. It's just so different. Like driving a newer vehicle, and a sports car is way different than driving what I have. I mean, obviously the Neons were like, the Neons, I shouldn't have ever said that, someone's gonna yell at me. The SRT4s were like sportier, but it's just nothing, it doesn't get close to this car. I mean, my dad and I raced, and my car beat him off the line, like, obviously, because this car is a lot heavier than my Neon. I don't know why I keep saying that, I'm gonna get yelled at. It's a lot heavier than my SRT4, but as soon as Dad started getting there, he kind of shit on me. Whoa, my bad. We talked after on the phone while we were still driving, and Dad goes, you know, I forgot to shift. Like, I was so focused on looking at you and looking straight, because Dad was we were on the interstate and Dad was on the left side, and he's like, I was so focused at like looking straight and looking at you. He's like, I almost forgot to shift. I almost started redlining. I was like, yeah, you literally weren't even going, you know, we weren't even giving her all she had, and I was still getting shit on. So that was kind of, it was hurtful. But his car's 13 years newer, pushes almost double the horsepower. and it's literally meant like it's got all these cool modes and stuff, and mine doesn't. So I guess I wasn't that upset, but I still was. Some more things on the interior here. I'm sure if I figure out how to work this, I think it's over here. Oh yeah. No, I don't know. There is a sunroof. I'm sure a lot of people know most cars like this have sunroof. One thing I don't like, back seat, non-existent, dude. I hate back seats of these kind of vehicles. They're non-existent. And another thing I'm not a fan of on like cars like this is like how little you can see while driving in this vehicle. It's like so hard because like I'm sitting down and like my head's hitting the ceiling almost. Like I don't have much room. Granted, I guess I can move my seat back, but like when it comes down, like I know you can't really see. That's awful. There's a clutch, I guess. Like when it comes to it, I'm sitting pretty low. So I mean, like it's not like this car is hard to get in and out of, but it's just a little like short. Like you can't see that much, and that's with a lot of sport cars. It's something I'm not a very big fan of. Oh, it does. Okay, so this is the coolest thing about this entire car. See that right there? That's on the glass. It comes down from like, yeah, this right here. Sorry, I'm zoomed in. It comes down from that, and you can move this up and down. See? Like, that is so sick. Yeah, that thing can get moved up and down. I didn't realize that at first, because like when I first hopped in the car, I was just driving, you know, like looking up, and then like, because when it's a little bit brighter, you can't really see it like as well unless you like actually look at it, like focus on it. And I looked at my mom, I was like, what in the hell? I was like, what is that? That thing is sick. And yeah, she showed me that we can move that thing up and down. Like, I think that's probably the coolest thing I've literally ever seen in like a car, since I've been kind of started like the car journey, I guess. We're gonna shut her down, pop the hood, and then I will, what am I gonna say here? Give you guys a start on the outside so you guys can hear what this bad girl sounds like. I love looking under the hood of this thing. It is kind of hard to get on, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe because the seat's so low. I found out that this thing is very hard to open up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm not even gonna say anything. I don't know too much about this car. Like I said, I should have done a lot more research. Talked to my dad a little bit. He said it's like a 6.2. Nothing really. This is all stock. Dad hasn't done anything with this. He's been talking about getting like E85 or supercharged, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. He's on the fence about a lot of it, or he might even be selling it. I don't know. Dad's he gets kind of confusing when it comes to his cars. He's come through quite a bit of these kind of cars, but I think this one is by far his cleanest one he's ever had. I'm not gonna lie, there's literally like everything about this car is sick, dude. I love this car. It looks clean. Everything about it is gas. But I guess we'll give you guys a start before we end the video. Ain't that about the sweetest sound you ever heard? I'm honestly, like, I like my SRT4 a lot more just because it kind of has like that low grumble. I don't know. This car, it's got a special place in my heart already. I mean, Dad's owned it for 2 years and I see him drive it all the time. I just never really went to town with him in it and stuff like that. So like, until I actually got to drive it, I didn't realize how much I like this car. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know. Like I told Mom and Dad was talking about selling it. And if I had enough money, I mean, me being only 19, $50,000 cars, kind of out of my reach right now because the career I'm going on, I'm not making that much money. You know, I'm trying to be a police officer and stuff like that. Not really making too much money for the job I have now. But one day, boys, if you guys give me the like and support that you guys have been doing, I meant love and support, not like and support, that you guys have been giving on these recent videos, this dream, this fantasy I've been kind of living here, thinking about getting like a vehicle like this, it can definitely happen. I mean, like I know a lot of people try YouTube, a lot of people fail, but I mean, I have the people in my life where I can get cars like this, you know, like I can show you guys cool vehicles that not a lot of other people can see. Like, they're not going to be all like huge sports vehicles like this, but like I can get older vehicles, nicer vehicles. Like, I have enough people, family members and friends that can help me out. And man, I can get vehicles like this. I can show you guys, talk about. I know I'm still new to all this YouTube and stuff like that, but once I get going a little bit more, I'll start doing a lot more research on these cars. I had to push this out. I'm not out at Mama's lot. Dad wasn't here to kind of fill me in on it. I know I could have done more research, but I was so excited to talk to you guys about this car. But thank you guys for watching, dude. And it's Turbo Terry.